New day. All right.
Coach, going into a big game against Cincinnati this week. What do you know about those guys? That's a game I'm sure they've had circled on their calendar for a while.
Well, it's a game that you have to go out every day and compete. You know, like anything else, it's a conference game, our second conference game. It's an opportunity for us to go out and play again, another chance to improve our record and a chance for us to get better as a football team.
What have you seen out of your defense so far through the first 4 or 5 weeks?
Well, some good and bad things. We got to finish off a game. You know, we haven't finished a game yet. Sometimes we play the first half. Sometimes we'll play in spurts. But for the most part, we're trying to get us to play a full game. And this week we'll have a big challenge because it's on the road. It's a night game, and Cincinnati for years always played well at night at their stadium. So we're excited about the opportunity, a chance to play another conference game and build on that.
What's your defense doing better this year in the first half of games compared to last season?
Well, I don't want to say because it get to this game and something negative might happen. So, but for the most part, the guys are having fun. They're flying around. They're playing hard. They're not panicking right now. They stand within the scheme, stand and communicate with each other. And the more they can do that, the better off we'll be.
Go ahead.
What have you liked the most about your defense for the first 5 games? Is there one area where maybe
No, they're just having fun. I mean, they're having fun and they're communicating and they're enjoying the game. Some good times, some bad times. They still stay with each other and they still compliment each other and they get on each other when something goes bad. So that's a sign of guys that want to play and they believe in each other.
You could have opportunities to get some younger guys in, especially last Saturday against UConn, maybe late in the game. How much does that help you guys out when you look at that depth issue maybe down the road?
Always, when things happen in the game, you have an opportunity to play a lot of guys, and we've played fortunate. It's fortunate that we have been able to play a lot of guys this last game, and when the more that they can learn, the more that they can grow, the more that we don't have to work on guys playing 90 plays, 80 plays, 60 plays. Now you cut their ratio down to maybe 60, and they play a lot harder, be a lot fresher. And for the season, the biggest thing is that late in the season, if you're fresh, that you can really play well.
What have you seen from the guys after Bam's injury stepping up?
Guys just playing. You know, he comes to meeting every day. They have fun and enjoy it. And the one thing that they didn't know is next guy up, next guy got to take the step and have a challenge and just play.
How much was the Pitt game perhaps a learning experience for the defense, especially going into another hostile road environment this week?
Anytime you play on the road, it's always a learning experience, and it's an opportunity for us to go and learn from what we did against Pitt, to come and play in this game against Cincinnati this week. And guys are excited about it. It's a challenge, like every game is a challenge. Every game is a big game because it's the next game, and it's the reason why this game is a big game, because it's the next game on the schedule. So we just have to take it in stride and look forward to that time when it comes.
What have you seen out of Cincinnati so far?
You know, they don't turn the ball over at all. You know, they're doing a good job of just ball control and using the tight ends a lot. I mean, that's the biggest thing they're doing, losing the tight end a lot, and they're running the football. So trying to keep the game short, you know, get into situations that are manageable on third down and 3, third down and 5, where they want to run the football or give you in, you know, tough situations where you got to play running pass. So that's their offense.
You talked about challenges on the road. What can I think specifically?
Anything on the road is always a challenge. You know, there's always hostile crowd environment. You're not home. You don't have your fans, and you have to play in there, believe in the guys that's on the football field, and stay focused on those things.
What has Tatum Bethune done well this season? Look like he's been making some plays in a couple of the games.
He's made a lot of plays for us. He's playing a lot in the second quarter, get him some experience. He's deserved it. He played well, came in January. And a guy like that who can come in January, pick up the system, and play well like he's done, he gets the opportunity. Nothing against the guys that we got ahead of him. Those guys are doing well too, but it's just a chance for him to prove himself, but also help us out on defense.
Was Randy Shannon hurt? Are you expecting him back against Cincinnati?
Yeah, he'll be back. You know, he'll be back.
You talked about in Cincinnati how they have a low turnover ratio, but you guys had a lot of turnovers for the defense this past weekend. How important is that to try to get some of those this weekend?
Real big on the road. You can take the crowd out of it and you get turnovers. I mean, that's the biggest thing. The more turnovers we can have on defense or create, the more or less the crowd will be into it. And so that's the biggest thing we have to concentrate on. And the guys have been working at it and practice hard the last couple of weeks, and we're going to continue to work on it this week.
How concerned are you about penalties, and what are you guys trying to do to clean it up?
I ain't worried about penalties. Penalties come when guys play hard, to play physical. Mental penalties are the ones when they jump off sides, and they learn from that. So we got to move forward.
Randy, is there a specific statistic that you guys like to see on defensive side of the football that you guys are really...
Win-loss. That's it, win-loss. No stats for us. Get caught up in the stats, and then you lose focus on what you're trying to do as a defense and as a team. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Coach.